AJ Fryer, Infamous Movies. Alejandro, thank you so much for joining me today. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. Thank you for having me.
So, Alejandro, usually we see a little bit of time go before a director jumps on a new movie. What was it about Cabrini that was so special to you that you wanted to do it right away after Sound of Freedom?
Well, it didn't happen like that. Sound of Freedom, I did it in 2018, so there was a couple of years that passed, and I was working on other different projects, and in many ways, just like in the film, Mother Cabrini was known for knocking on people's doors very persistently, and that's how this happened. It was a constant knock on my door. And when I opened up and I discovered her story, I didn't know anything about her story. I was really, really attracted to her life. She lived a very powerful life, a very inspirational life that moved me to not only want to make the movie, but it changed my own life in many ways. So I was just very grateful that she knocked on the door and that everything came together because the movie went from one day getting made to the next day not getting made, and it was back and forward just like any movie. And then finally, we were able to bring the screen to the movie, her life into the screen.
And how involved were you in the casting process? Because getting somebody like Christiana to play Cabrini had to be nailed pretty much
Well,
to the
I think,
board, like she
yeah.
brought so much passion and energy to this project. How was the casting process like?
Well, for me, in my opinion, 90% of directing is casting. You know, so those are the choices of that's how that's a big part of the director's job. So I was extremely involved, and we started navigating, to the point that I say to myself, if we don't find the right Cabrini, we should not shoot the movie. um so we raised the bar that high. It was, if I knew that if we would not find her, we were not gonna make the movie. And it took us a while. It was not easy. And eventually we got to Christiana, and we got to her eyes. For me, I was looking for a particular set of eyes that could express a wide range of emotions, could express a profound love to an orphan, or to a human being with that felt that had lost his dignity, all the way to the eyes of a fighter who was very daring and very determined. So that range was extremely important for me, and I was very happy to have found those eyes on Christiana.
And one final question. What are you looking forward to the most of audiences getting out of the movie Cabrini?
Well, right, I'm gonna be selfish. I just want them to love the film so they can tell everybody about the movie, because they need to become the billboards. You're not gonna see many billboards of this film. My billboards is the audience that love the film to come out and tell all the people about the movie. So, you know, for me, this is a movie that, uh, if you want to, it can leave you in a state of reflection. And once you're in
Right.
that state, is the best state, because when you reflect is when you grow. And I think this is a movie that can begin when the movie ends.
Well, Alejandro, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been a pleasure and congratulations on Cabrini.
Thank you very much.